Good afternoon. We're on part 2 of the Odyssey of Bolton Wanderers. And if we can just ask the camera just to have a little pan across around there. Where are we today? We are actually at the Park Recreation Ground. Now, what we'll be doing is having a look at about 3 grounds now, from 1874 up to 1881. Not an awful lot has been recorded as to how long each ground was used, but straight from the episode where we covered the East Fields of Overdale, here we are today. Sunshine's still out, Mike. I'm still got my sunglasses on. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling grand, and this is, as Simon's rightly said, this is part 2 of the Odyssey of Bolton Wanderers, not a remake of Brokeback Mountain based on Mackle.
I certainly wouldn't be here if that was being remade, mate.
Anyway, we've got a lovely Burnham Park body on here. Thanks first and foremost to all the wonderful fans we met on Easter Monday at the Bolton Wanderers versus Reading game. Had a good chat with some Reading fans, didn't we?
Yeah,
Bolton fans, everyone was quite accommodating, open to the conversation.
It was a good response from everyone, really, wasn't it? And the Reading fans I was really quite taken with, because I was wearing my old Revs one, which is red, black and white, and I think that we're all thinking it was maybe Manchester United, but that's the beauty of it, isn't it? The secret soul in there, which is, oh, that's probably really not my microphone there. If that's made a really loud clunk, it's not my pacemaker.
Just keeping them awake.
Yeah.
So as Simon says, we're at Park Recreation Ground. There isn't really a great deal of information as to how long Bolton Wanderers were here, but the switch from Christchurch to Park Recreation and the next ground before Pikes Lane is where they became Bolton Wanderers.
I think this is the furthest this kind of like move. This is 3 miles away from Overdale, Overdale as is now. I think it gets a little bit more local as we move off down the road, down towards Lanchester Drive. Let's Mike will do one of those seamless lead-ins now, and we'll be there. See you in a bit.
Shazam.
Shazam. So here we are, seamlessly on to the second scene of this episode that we're doing here, and we find ourselves on Lanchester Drive, or what was known back in the late 1800s as Cockles Field. Only referenced by, if we slowly move round to the Gilno pub there, what was known as Cross Guns. No, there's reference to Cross Guns, which is now these houses here. This is where the pitch was. Say late 1800s, lots of fields. So I bet Dick Cockles was a farmer.
We've said though, it's like there's not a great deal, as we said on the first one, there's not a great deal of information as to how long we were at each ground. As we've said before, whether we were on camera or to each other, there's not a plaque anywhere. There's no plaque specifying where we were.
I'm going to come to that, because as a Bolton ratepayer, unlike Michael, living in Chorley, just 3 facts, that's all we're asking for. One beer. I know you're from Bolton, but you moved. Tell the people why you moved. You can't. I don't know why. So
this is not a discussion between you and I. We're talking about Bolton Wanderers. But anyway, so there's no plaque at what is Overdale. There's no plaque at Park Recreation Ground. There's no plaque here. It would be interesting for people to know exactly where they. I know we're happy to tell people the history, but
it's like, as you're saying, you enter into Bolton now. What's this say?
Yeah, so I spoke to someone who was quite helpful at the Wanderers, and the work they did with Sharon Britton and Football Ventures, and they've tried to turn it into more of a community team, get the community back on side, and the signs that they've put on every entrance part. You come into West Horton, you come into Horwich, you come into Farnworth, it's got the home of Bolton Wanderers.
Do you see
signs
those coming from Chorley?
Yes, you do, I think so. I don't know, actually, I've never noticed. God, dog with a bone. So it would be, so they're bringing that community spirit back and the love for the Bolton Wanderers. And I think it would be a good idea to put some sort of plaque, some sort of notice as to where the club was when we were wandering. With the grounds, Park Recreation Ground here and then Pikes Lane are all within maybe 1.5 miles of each other, while we were wandering to find our permanent ground.
I'm just thinking, Mike, while we're here, see the Gilno Arms is open.
Is it time for nourishment already?
Nourishment, maybe. Anyhow, we'll catch you the other one. I'll let you work out whether we've had a couple of seconds.
Shazam.
See you later. Right, part 3, same episode. I'm glad we've done it by car, Mike. I'd have felt a little bit tired, especially on them couple of pints. running around. However, we didn't really have one. We're far more professional than
Absolutely.
that, especially if the BBC ever asked. One time you could do that at the BBC. However, so we are now at what was Pikes Lane, and if we have a little look up at the blue plaque above us there is the first blue plaque outside of the obvious grounds of what was burned and Touchy Community Stadium now. So yeah, at least there is a reference point to the first home ground of what was Bolton Wanderers. Again, 1800 and odd. Feels like these houses growing up in Bolton have been here forever.
Yeah.
But it's a bit weird. The game's older than all this building development in Bolton. Blows your mind a bit, that.
Yeah, well, it's as we talked about plaques on the parts before. Here we have one. It was originally not recorded as the first ever goal in the Football League, wasn't it? On the Aston Villa game, historically we found that it was actually delayed. So Kenny Davenport was the first goal scorer, and then went on to score the first ever hat-trick in the Football League.
Same fella, 2 weeks later. I don't know why that's not on the plaque.
No.
Maybe they found that out later. Anyhow, good work to the lads who did find that out, because it was, I can't remember who the fellas were, but yeah, all those decades of thinking it was Villa, sorry Villa.
Yeah.
But anyhow, you have won a few things since then as well, so let's not be
let us have this one.
Let's not be too curt about it.
So yeah, this was the first, as Simon said, the first official ground of Bolton Wanderers, Pikes Lane. The first game was recorded. There's a bit of uncertainty. It was 1880. I think they played something like Darcy Lever, but 1881 was the first official game as Bolton Wanderers, and then obviously 1888, the first Football League game here.
Ironically against
current battling automatic
2024, and it was against Derby County.
Currently battling automatic promotion with said team.
We can't wheel him out now, really, isn't it?
Kenny Davenport.
Yeah,
I'm not sure. I think we've got a few more mobile strikers in the team than he is. But anyway, moving on. So yeah, here we are. Obviously, the last two grounds are probably what everyone does know Bolton Wanderers for. Burnham Park and the Reebok, Macron, University of Bolton, and Tough Sheet.
Whatever it gets called next. So yeah,
it'll always be the Reebok.
A bit easier. We've tried to cover what we would like to visually do, which many people have already written, so thank you to them. We're not lying claim to this, we're just trying to bring it together.
Yeah, more of a visual representation as opposed to just written word. But it's been good, certainly for me. I think it's been enjoyable to see all the different places and try and visualise whereabouts it all was and how it looked. Yeah.
Anyhow, I need to get a weekend shopping now. I'm going to go and get some master points. See you on the next episode.
On part 3.